Yo, what is up, my friends? Welcome to another episode of Dostcast. मेरा नाम है Vinamre Kasanaa. If you are new to our YouTube channel, please subscribe because we release new episodes every Tuesday and Friday at 12 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Today's podcast is a wild, crazy ride. I was not sure हमें इसे publish करना भी चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए. We got drunk as fuck with the boys from Untriggered. And you know, I've been an admirer of Untriggered. मेरे को तो बहुत मजे आते हैं. I love their podcast and they were in Mumbai. I was in Mumbai. We stole an opportunity to record 2 podcasts in a row. We got shit-faced, बहुत दारू पी. Things were said, nasty things, funny things. Take this with a grain of salt. Bakchodi puri hai. You already know, I know this is one of the most anticipated collaborations with Dostcast because Untriggered is, I consider it to be an ally podcast, you know. अपने दोस्त हैं. दोस्तों का बकचोदी हुई. मैं नहीं, मैं और 4 और बकचोद. 5 लोग और कैमरा के पीछे 4-5 और बकचोद. इतनी बकचोदी चल रही थी इस पॉडकास्ट में. कोई आगे बोलता बस करो बकचोदी, लेकिन हम बकचोदी बस नहीं कर सकते यार, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि आप इस बकचोद कॉन्वर्सेशन को देखो और मजे लो. द एपिसोड विद अनट्रिगर्ड begins in 3, 2, 1.
Bro, if your phone rings now, Vinamre will slap you. I've seen some episodes.
Vinamre, how many people have you slapped?
I've seen one episode where this guy he's looking at his phone to look something up that you've asked him about. And Vinamre goes, I would appreciate it if you didn't use your phone during this podcast.
Yeah,
oh, bande ki gaan phat gayi, bhai.
What's up, guys?
There we go.
We
fixed that shit for you.
Shit, bro. That was too drunk, bro, for fuck shit. I have a cousin who's exactly like that, bro. Yeah, like that.
इसकी टोपी उतर गई.
We don't claim him. उसकी बात नहीं होती है फैमिली गैदरिंग में.
Damn, bro.
Anyway.
This podcast. I've never done this, but I just ऐसे एकदम पे vibe आ गई. हमने agree कर लिया करने के लिए.
Oh, that's what all these girls say, bro, at the club. Not that. I've never done this part.
I mean, when you go to a club, no, जब और बहुत तेज म्यूजिक चल रहा होता है, that's all what people's conversation sounds like.
You can't hear shit.
You know, can you speak louder? I like you.
Yeah.
That's all you want to say, but that's not what you say. You say
like,
shit like, oh, cool dress.
Cool dress.
Cool dress.
Where the fuck have you been, bro?
This is why I'm not getting laid in clubs.
Hey, is this from Mango?
What were you saying about
भाई मतलब क्या बदतमीजी चल रही है? Just because we were drunk podcast, you just speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, so he needs to be introduced to Anish, bro. He can't be stopped.
Yeah.
He just
Anish
speaks.
does not.
Outside the camera. Okay, never mind.
Anish is the first person to get slapped by Vinamre.
I have money on that.
नहीं ठीक है. I told you just ठीक है. Anyway, host as a host मैं दोबारा से आता हूँ as a host.
Lovely outfit you've gotten
Thanks,
there,
bro.
bro,
Thanks.
on your head.
It's a throwback to who I used to be.
You just walked around with underwear on your head.
Yeah, an underwear salesman. से क्या बाहर कबाड़ी वाला आता है.
हाँ.
कबाड़ी वाले. I can't. Anyway.
कच्चे वाले.
Anyway, कच्चे वाले भाई I can't. तो भाई हम सोशल ऑफलाइन में गए और हम लोगों ने you tried to shoot a vlog.
Yeah.
And they were stopped, right? And those guys came. They're like कि आप लोग यहाँ से हट सकते हो.
आप लोग यहाँ से चुद सकते हो. हमको नहीं चाहिए तुम
They're
लोग.
like, no, can you please move because we want to shoot our own vlog.
Yeah, Vinamre told
We
him
want
to
this
fuck
view.
off, dude.
Yeah, no, I felt bad. I felt like I was ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Then it felt nice because these guys like, ah, you.
सुना दिया भाई.
So as soon as our guy came, like my inner pussy was like, yeah, okay.
Bro,
Sure.
I'll tell you what happened. Okay, he comes. We all our cameras on the table,
Yeah.
and this guy's like, guys, if you all don't mind, can you all switch the table? We want to record. And all 4 of us, like the 3 of us,
Like
got
we're
up.
all like,
We all like got up, bro.
We
And
we made our
like,
movement
One
towards-
second. Like, no disrespect, sir. But when we wanted to record, you all wanted us to leave. Now you want us to leave.
yeah,
Otherwise, all 4 of us were pussies, bro. We all got up immediately.
Bro, it's not that. It's just that कि ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए ना कि मतलब
Yeah, bro,
Uno
for
reverse Uno खेल रहे हो हमारे साथ.
नहीं, वो correct.
Yeah. This is no like Faridabad. This is just like basic etiquette. Come on, yeah. You know, like
We needed someone to stand up for us, bro.
yeah, that's what I do, bro. My name is Nayak.
We need someone from Faridabad, bro, on our with us.
no, but you're a little like that type.
Like fucking crazy in the head.
Yeah, like you're looking for.
Anyway, भाई मेरे को एक और मुद्दा उठाना था hosting करने के लिए. और वो ये था कि So you guys got haircuts yesterday, no?
Yeah.
We went together, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
and
went
I
together. Because the worst thing is when one guy gets a haircut and the other guy is like, I will sit.
Sit.
You know, so you both got haircuts.
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
fresh. You were not happy with his haircut at all.
No. I that was like in the middle of the process.
Okay.
So in the end, like that guy pulled through. Acha hi hua haircut. Massage
Yeah,
bhi
yeah.
de diya, bro. Like you. And
Kaunsa massage?
bro, so this Yugo's a massage man.
Yeah.
Yo, I love a good massage, dude.
Yeah.
At the
What do you
salon.
go?
Everyone knows
Like he
that.
groans on.
Fucking, I yearn for that shit, dude. That's
Well,
my
face
only.
massage, back massage.
So it's a head massage
Uh-huh.
that turns into a back massage,
Yeah,
lower
yeah.
back
Goes
massage.
lower and lower.
And then he goes like this.
No, my favorite when they put that machine on their hand and they
Oh,
put
yeah.
like one finger inside.
Bro, this is something I want to like really bring awareness about.
Awareness.
जो वो मशीन लेके कान में उंगली डालता है ना भाई तुम लोग you can't tell me it's like just as good as
It's so
sex.
good. It's so good.
It's just as
Yeah,
good
it's
as like coming like
Yeah,
right when you
yeah. And it's so weird. Like you don't even like object.
It happens. It's
like,
unexpected, bro.
Bro, this one time when we were kids and like we had come to India, it had been like 2 or 3 years, and we go for a haircut to this new barber shop, and my brother, who's 2 years younger to me, sits down for a haircut. The guy asks him if he wants a massage, which was a little weird considering my brother was
2
like,
years old.
No,
No,
2 years younger to me.
Oh,
So he was
sorry,
like,
sorry.
he was like 8 maybe.
Yeah.
So the guy
Still
asked
weird,
him,
bro.
Yeah, it's still weird. And then my brother is just like, he can't say no because
Yeah.
he's like an 8-year-old. So he's like, yeah. And that guy does the massage, and then in the end, you know how they hit, like they do that.
yeah the
Yeah.
they do this
I want I'll just on my head.
Yeah.
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 exactly
So he does that, and like we're like, okay, fuck it, whatever. And then he comes out, and he's like there's tears in his eyes
Oh shit! Why?
because he
like he's a small
like,
child
not hurt
dude.
him, bro. Like
He's just
a
got
child.
beaten.
But they are very careful with that. They go like this, no?
I don't know, bro. I think the back thing where they go
Oh,
like, yeah.
bro. That's
And the kid is like trying to hold back his tears, like try to be all
Yeah.
like
How to
masculine.
be a man.
That's really weird. I had this one time. So you know, like as you grow older, you go to better saloons because purchasing power increases.
No.
No, you don't.
Bro, I know my barber fucks my hair up. I only go for the conversation.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
loyalty.
Yeah.
Whole fucking like scam about like male seeking therapy from barbers and whatnot, right? Was like, oh, you know, stock prices are down. It's like, yeah.
You go- Dude, yesterday our barber, so we both support the same club, Chelsea. So we are in shambles. So he goes, Chelsea chut gaya na bhai.
In front of the barber.
Yeah, he just
The
knows.
barber
this.
tells them, bro.
He goes,
Oh.
Chelsea to chut gaya
He's
bhai.
figured out like every small talk
Yeah.
to do with every
Yes.
customer. Yeah.
Yes. He's a smart guy, this guy.
It's like, how's your underwear sales business going?
Yeah,
Like that. Very smart.
Yesterday he was trying to convince me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, so I don't know, we started talking about girls for some reason, and then he's
Why don't
like,
you talk to
name, you
girls
can take his name.
about with your barber?
huh?
बार्बर से क्यों बात करेगा बंदी का?
Barber से
कुछ तो-
क्या
there was
छुपाना
a
भाई?
solid-
Barber से क्या
बार्बर
छुपाना?
से क्या छुपा?
मेरा
your
barber है
barber-
वो. मेरा,
I
he's
think
my
all
guy.
men are most loyal to their barber.
Bro, I am the most disloyal barber. I choose whoever barber is available. Every
Hey,
single
bhai,
time.
you're a whore, dude. What are you
Every-
doing,
every-
man?
Such a slut.
You're
That's such a
fucking
In
slut
fact,
behavior, bro.
all this time these barbers are like, hello sir, and I don't recognize them by name on purpose. It's like my whole barber system is very weird. It's like, you want artist, creative artist, or art director. They've got these three hierarchy levels. So I was like, whatever's like available. Sir, today only artist is available. It's like, okay, give me artist. Then artist comes. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Damn, bro, you're a hoe.
Do you get the same haircut every time?
I get a haircut that's different every single time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are you guys like super particular about how your hair
Yeah.
looks?
I've got this one thing, it's just like short from the sides and like
Yeah.
a little longer on
The
the top.
Macklemore haircut.
What was your haircut like say 5 years ago? Like which Punjabi singer were you rapping at that point?
No, we're from Pune, so we don't rap.
So what
ये सब-
so MC
नहीं,
Stan
ये
wasn't
सब
around. Who
बिल्कुल
were you
नहीं
rapping?
नहीं, वो time पे तो football players bro mostly. वो
Yeah.
चलता था.
5 years ago, I had long hair, dude. You remember
Really?
that? Like this
was,
long.
I got my first real 6 string.
At the 5 and
Wait, I was saying something.
Yeah, sorry,
so
sorry,
this
sorry.
guy,
So sorry,
he-
bro,
sorry,
like we
sorry,
started
sorry.
talking about girls, and then he's like, भैया आपको पता है क्या? आपको अगर शादी करना होगा ना, he comes close, he's like, अपने में से किसी को and the saloon is called Salim.
So you know what it
So you know.
Salimi,
No.
Salimi, Salimi.
But there is actually
Salimi.
merit to that Obhan show. So I was actually speaking to this journalist. Her name is Rukmini S. And she figured out this. She's a data journalist. उसने एक study figured out करी that apparently all the religious groups in India, including Sikhs, Jains, Hindus, Muslims, are opposed to intermarriage. Like they want to, they're okay with like on paper secularism. उन्होंने वो बात बोल दी. But वैसे everyone's against it. And the people surveyed, of them the highest majority was actually Muslims. It's Muslims who are most against intercaste marriage. So I guess that makes sense, you know.
Is there like a statistic on how successful inter-religion marriages are? And if like marrying within the same religion is like more likely to be a successful?
It's more likely to be the case because Indians want to on paper be okay with कि यार हाँ हम support कर रहे हैं, but वैसे they also want to cohabitate, as in like live right next to they're co-religionists, which means like it's Hindu colony, Hindu colony, Jain colony, Jain colony, Sikh colony, Sikh colony, Muslim colony, Muslim colony. That's across the board. Here in this part of the country, maybe it's different because it's Mumbai and it's all mixed up. But that's generally the case. I have an assumption, अगर intercaste marriage है देश से बाहर बढ़िया चलेगी, where no one cares. Here it's a little problematic, especially if you live like in like if you live in Delhi, for example. Like it's just a different vibe.
I've heard like for like inter-religion marriages, it's even harder to just make it happen. Like you need to go to a special court where they'll even agree to do it because a lot of places.
Really?
No, it's not like that.
Bro, I've heard some like sketchy shit.
This must be back from home, bro.
नहीं भाई मैं इंडिया का ही बोल रहा हूँ भाई.
Cries in Iran.
वहाँ पे यहाँ पे option है bro. वहाँ पे तो it's like you don't even.
No drop downs, right?
Huh?
No drop downs.
So I used to do this joke in
that was a
open
hilarious
mics where I was like, the first time I came to India, I was filling an online form and there was a drop down menu in the religion section. I wasn't used to that. I stopped doing that joke after.
Yeah, वहाँ पे तो सारे वो हैं, it's all Shias, right? Iran is one of the only countries with Shias. And what is the other country? Turkey?
I'm not sure, but Turkey seems to be like liberal, like they're pretty open with.
Yeah. Turkey में ऐसे वो बाहर पैस की तरह cafes में बैठ के ऐसे drink करते हैं.
Yeah. It's a fascinating country though. I've wanted to visit for a long time.
Turkey, I've heard it's beautiful. It's one of the more beautiful countries of the Middle East. Like, yeah, we've got a dude from Yemen here though.
I mean, might have to visit soon though with that
Yemen?
that hairline of yours, the receding hairline.
Oh yeah,
of
bro.
yours.
I think I need to get this fixed.
Hey bro, it's okay.
तेरा भी fucked है.
I mean,
okay.
we're all balding here, dude. I'm not saying
trip.
anything.
We'll get our group discount.
We're all going to Turkey together, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think it's just fucking. So okay, the water is really bad. Mumbai में it's good. In my city, you can just see white water. I don't know like कौन उसमें मुड डाल रहा है, but I just generally think that.
Mood डाल रहे.
नहीं मतलब, what is that? क्या होता है वो? देखो नहीं पता होगा.
It's all chemicals, bro. It's
That
like,
guy's got a great head of hair, dude.
No, he's got an excellent head of
Look at
hair.
that.
He's never balding for sure, dude. Look
No,
at
he's also got the perfect mang on the left side, right?
I wish
ऐसे जो
people could
कट
see.
जाती है.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want people to see this also.
Bro, but you have a hair of a crackhead.
He is one, bro.
he cuts his own hair.
Bro, he cuts his own hair.
What?
Yeah.
Are you American?
He's a little Mexican.
You really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Okay, I'm not Veer Das. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, Veer Das makes this horrible Mexican accent. That's very hard to get through. I watched this show. I was not happy with it.
Man, it's like I kind of want to have him on the podcast, but I kind of want to like talk shit about him as well. So it's like I'm kind of stuck in the middle.
You can plead the fifth.
Do you feel that like sometimes like there is someone that you want to shit on, but you kind of want to speak to them on the podcast? So,
Bro, there is growth and then there is free speech.
free
You
speech.
have to decide what you want in your life. Anyway, though, to like you both DJ, right?
Yeah.
उससे like मेरे ना सारे दोस्त जो थोड़ा बहुत ऐसे इंस्टाग्राम में फेमस होते हैं, उनमें से जो थोड़े कूल वाले होते हैं ना, जिनको पता होता है कि ये टेकीला होती है, इस क्लब का नाम हाई स्पिरिट्स है, और में अच्छी पार्टी होती है. Eventually they all acquire a tractor and
fuck, bro,
become
Pune crowd is wet right now.
Yeah,
Name
really?
dropped high spirits.
Yeah, so you see, I know my new TG come here. Same. But for a real, like, how hard is it to fucking just get a tractor and start mixing and splicing tracks and shit?
You want to take that one?
It's actually not at all difficult, bro.
I'll take this one. Wait. I'm kidding.
No, I don't think it's difficult at all.
Bro, I'm gonna beat you with a coat hanger and what the fuck?
With all due respect.
Yeah.
Maybe we're keeping that part in or not?
No, we are. Okay. What do you
Bro,
mean?
I'm glad I didn't smoke that cigarette.
No.
dude, earlier.
This happened one time when one videographer was shooting my podcast, bro. And like, you know, I'm talking to this guy about Indian politics and shit, and I smell like something weird. It's like, what the fuck? He's smoking in the bathroom. Man, ये थोड़ी होता है. And the guest is also smelling it, and he's a hotel teetotaler. He's like, I thought this was a veg podcast. Veg now, yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, to
Anyway.
answer your question.
Please answer. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so mixing as a skill isn't that difficult. You could pick it up with practice within like 2-3 days. But I think the main aspect that makes you a better DJ than someone else is your music selection, reading the crowd. Obviously, mixing is great, but there are DJs who don't even mix. Like there are hip hop DJs who just time their mixing well. Like there is no overlapping of two songs. Like they know when to stop the first song and play the second
Crossfade
song.
कर देते हैं ना वो लोग.
No, they just
they
drop
just like
it.
drop one and they'll start the other.
What does that
And
mean?
so basically, like, let's say song A is playing. It's a club hit. It's a banger. Everyone knows it. Song B also will be crazy popular. They'll just press stop on A and start on B. Like it's like an aux switch.
एक दम पे.
But they time it well.
They time it. They time
Okay.
it perfectly so that you don't feel like.
But the other
fuck,
song
yeah,
has to start on a banger, right? If it's
Yeah.
slowly
Exactly.
introing,
So
then it
that's
doesn't
the
work.
thing. So like song selection is the most important thing.
Song
Yeah.
selection
It's not that
and
important.
also I think one thing that is underrated and people don't put enough effort is understanding song structure.
Yeah. Like ये गाना 4x4 पे, I need the next song to be 4x4. I can't like fuck around with something else.
But otherwise, like it's simple to be a DJ, but to be a good DJ, it takes experience and like
Yeah.
so that's
Good DJ.
yeah.
मैंने कोई joke नहीं मारा था. I was just affirming what he was saying. I didn't.
But ऐसे भी बहुत सारे DJs है. Like I went for a Sunny Leone gig last year.
Celebrity
DJ
gig.
gig.
Celebrity gig.
Yeah,
She was
she just stands
जो
there.
बंदा नीचे tables के नीचे छुप के सब बजा रहा होता है.
वही था.
नहीं वो भी he's there if something goes off. The mix is pre-recorded. They just
Everything's
press play
pre-recorded.
and she
Yeah.
shows face for 1 hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all.
The thing is, even Amin and I went for this very big DJ's gig recently.
You won't
Yeah.
name this person?
Obviously not. We went
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like a very big DJ's gig.
You mean nuclear, right?
No. He hasn't been in the scene for a while.
Untriggered roast nuclear, new title. No.
So the thing is, like, this guy has full visuals. There's pyros. There's fataka. Everything, bro. You name it and it's there for his set. And this guy has not once touched the deck.
So who's playing it?
Bro, he's
pre-recorded
pre-recorded.
it.
अरे तो visuals भी sync
And the
हुआ है ना,
visuals
so
are
it's
also like
like
syncing within seconds.
there's like proper production, bro. Like there's pyro
Yeah.
going off. There's like fucking balls dropping from the ceiling.
There's no like
There's
वो
confetti everywhere.
micro adjustment of dials
कुछ
जैसे ऐसे
नहीं,
करते
कुछ
हैं.
नहीं, bro. He didn't even bother attempting. Like he just
Yeah.
sit there and dance.
कुछ तो
Bro,
ये
I think it's so funny when DJs go like this, you know, they're like
Yeah.
And then look up and do that.
I love it. Do you guys do that as well?
I've seen Stewie do that. Dude.
तू करता है, तू करता है.
No, so see, at the start, first, when you're just getting into it and you've started getting gigs, you're so conscious about your mixing and you want everything to go well that you don't even get time to look at the crowd.
Yeah.
So there were gigs that I've played where it's been packed, but I didn't even get to enjoy it because I'm looking down the whole time.
Yeah.
Then after a while, it's like you kind of figure out what your set is going to look like. There's some basic structure, you know, a few transitions that always work. So it's like writing a stand-up comedy set where you know where to go and how to, like every night isn't that different from each other. Like a Friday night at most places, it's the same. A Saturday night at most places is the same.
इससे अच्छा तुम्हारा इतना बढ़िया पॉडकास्ट है, लोग आगे चिल करते हैं, दारू और पीते हैं, उल्टी बातें बोलते हैं, फिर बोलते हैं कि यार एडिट कर देना.
Bro, while you were sitting here, my phone just like started flashing back to back. It's just a list of cuts that I have to make for an episode.
Really, and I know which episode, but like I'm just saying, does that help with tickets and whatnot? कि हम पहले बात कर रहे थे.
Yeah.
Do podcast fans come to watch your gigs? You know, because when you like, I saw तुम लोग साथ में अभी High Spirits पे वो कर रहे थे ना headline. You guys were both doing it, right? So at that point, do they come?
The thing is, it's just begun. So like till now we never advertised ourselves as DJs.
Mm.
It was more like a side hobby. It was a side profession. People in Pune knew that we would do that.
Yeah.
Now recently, of late, we've started at least putting it out there that okay, we do it together as well. So like this gig, yes, we did meet a lot of people who showed up from the podcast.
पुणे का crowd कैसा है? Tasteful है? Like, is it tasteful? Is it like नहीं यार बस में बैठ के आ गए हैं क्योंकि भैया बजा रहे हैं?
नहीं, it's pretty nice.
No, Pune crowd is nice. Pune people are a little different than, let's say, Bombay people. Delhi, I don't know. I haven't experienced it.
Delhi के लोग शौकीन हैं deep house वगैरह के आ जाते हैं. All wearing street style, coming with beards and whatnot. Yeah.
नहीं अभी थोड़ा scene खराब मतलब खराब तो नहीं बोल सकता but it's just like
वहाँ
they
बजाना
want
कैसे
reels
बोलेगा?
music, they want reels music, they want full techno.
Yeah, see, full techno, like how do you play like in a regular venue? Because full techno, you have to be an Austrian DJ who's female to really play it.
I'd show up to that set.
In Pune we have dedicated techno venues.
Really?
Yeah, in Pune there are venues.
So like you go there, there's going to be techno.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like I think 5 to 6 years ago, Pune had before this whole indie scene began in India. Like I remember
Pune was the hub of rock at some point.
Yeah.
Even bro, hip hop to some extent. I remember watching Divine and Nazy on a Wednesday night at a club where there were like
Ignore, huh?
where there were like bro 30-40 people, and like Mere Gali Mein was out at that time, but the movie Gully Gang wasn't out, Gully Boy wasn't out,
The song was out.
and a club had booked them for like a Wednesday night, and it's just Divine, right, rapping his ass off, and there's like 30 people in the crowd. We watched Ritviz in Pune, me, Yugu, and like 3-4 of our friends were the only people in the crowd. And Ritviz
On a Thursday night.
Yeah.
तो मतलब तुम literally Divine से backstage जाके मिल सकते हो. Sir, I love your music. You know, like
But the thing is,
और
like,
इतना
no
छोटा
one
scene
knows
है.
him.
हाँ नहीं
one
this
knows
ये
him
तो
at that
पहले है ना
point.
तो
No, but the scene is so small that these people are approachable.
yeah
They're like just there.
they're not stars but no one knows them at that
The
point.
thing is, earlier Pune was very experimental with their music. Now I feel since COVID struck, everyone's just gone back into a shell and they want to listen to the same 2012, 2010 K songs. Like it's the same old Tayo Cruz.
बीड़ी जले ले.
Bollywood का scene तो मुझे मालूम नहीं है. पुणे का we don't go.
तुम क्या बजाते हो? शामुर वगैरह? Let the music play. मतलब अगर
वो गाड़ी में बजाते हैं घर जाते समय.
हाँ.
While on our way to the venue.
No, but like 2010 के क्या गाने हैं? There is no deep house
It's
in
like not deep
2010.
house. It's basically like people want to listen to all these Tayo Cruz and Call Me Maybe.
I know you want me.
Yeah. All the Pitbull, Enrique and all of that.
Bro, have you played Bailamos and like वो? I
They don't know.
Bailando.
Eh?
Bailamos is different.
Bailamos.
Acha, bye.
Let the rhythm take you over. Bailamos.
I think that is the first ever English song I listened to. It's probably
Bailamos.
I think it's that or My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion, like
Oh,
Titanic.
bro.
It's one of those two.
Yeah.
In Iran,
First
I think.
English song you ever heard.
I think so. Yeah. Because Enrique was big in Iran.
Enrique's Tonight I'm Loving You was the first
Tonight I'm
song.
fucking you hota hai.
Tonight I'm
Yeah.
fucking you, sir.
You know
When we were
who
damn
is the
old.
king of loving and fucking? It's Akon and Enrique.
Yeah.
Because they both had एक explicit है एक normal है.
I used to always say that E and then used to wonder what
It's
E
like-
is.
All my school life, I was like, bro, do you have that song? Which song? Akon, I wanna fuck you, I love you. होना चाहिए. Because it meant two
decide
different
what to
things,
say.
right? As like, you know, like 13-14-year-old versions, like, hey, bro, love seems alright, you know? Like,
Love
what
seems
is this?
better.
Fuck? Yeah.
Dude, Akon is the fucking goat, bro. Like,
You know, Akon lived in Pune once upon a time for a bit.
भाई तुम मजाक क्यों कर रहे
Shit, dude.
He lived in Pune for a bit.
5 years?
Not 5
Akon
years.
in Pune. Was he
was
selling
living
crack?
bro, he was tied with Venky's, no?
He was tied with Venky's. He had a contract with Venky's.
To sell
I don't
meat?
know what exactly he did,
Some weird shit they have.
but he was there in Pune for a long time.
Yeah.
So randomly,
Akon in Pune?
yeah.
Man, imagine living in Pune for 2 years in a suite.
Yeah.
What is your life like?
That's good shit.
Fuck all, bro.
Yeah. Okay, there's this place in Delhi called N-word Colony.
N-word
N-word.
colony.
आज ही सेंसर करा है मैं usually करता नहीं हूँ.
Okay.
But it's just
They actually call it that.
yeah they call it that.
N-word with the R or just like...
It's that hard R here, bro. यहाँ वो नहीं होता कि music है तो It's always a serious row here.
Yeah.
So
Someone's knocking.
no.
No, it's fine,
Ignore
bro.
it. This just sounds a Bandra. A cheap place. No, that's why. Anyways. Yeah. I can't get across a single sentence without laughing. Anyway, so वहाँ पे वो जगह है. It's a hub of all kinds of wrong activities. I obviously have been there several times, but I just
Obviously you were there.
Raw activities.
Wrong.
wrong. No rolling papers are sold. What are you saying? Anyway. But एक तो I have to ask like one sobering question as a host. So you can just like podcast की बात हो रही है, थोड़ा ऐसे हो जाते हैं.
सीधा हो जाओगे.
Sit straight.
बोलो बिल्कुल. Yes.
For real though.
Yes sir.
I remember जब अमीन ने podcast start करा था, at that point you guys were sitting at home and just दोस्त बात कर रहे थे. I loved it first day off, right? And I remember वाले episodes आते रहे and it was very uncharted because अभी तक क्या हो रहा था? These stand-up comic वाले comedians जो proper होते हैं, perform at Habitat or Summer House Cafe or that comedy club, they would do it.
Right.
But their podcast would be like, हम बकचोदी कर रहे हैं, serial comics, like, 10 years older than all of us are, right? You guys started it, and for the first time I saw something new and exciting in the podcasting space that was edgy, going beyond, even with the edits and whatnot, right? At that time, I'm sure you must have no idea कि ये ऐसे फट जाएगा जो जिस तरह से फट रहा है. Like, people want to be on your podcast and like, you guys are fucking maxing it out without getting cancelled so far, right? At that point, like, यार मैं ये पूछना नहीं चाह रहा, but I have to. Why do this? क्योंकि there's so many podcasts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Beer Biceps, and there's all these other guys doing podcasts and motivating people. So why be another podcast?
Yeah. Bro, so the idea behind the podcast was, I think it's when I started it, though, for the first 10 episodes, none of these guys even featured on the podcast.
Yeah, we did.
तुम लोगों ने इसको discourage करा क्या चुतियाबंदी कर रहे हैं?
I in fact, मतलब we were pretty much the first ones.
They were just like, yeah, you keep doing it, keep doing it.
Yeah, bro, this is your thing, huh? Good luck.
No. I think we did record one, bro. Yeah. We recorded one before.
No, we did like some shit on Zoom. That was supposed to be your podcast. I don't know. Like Like we were in that zone कि हमको कुछ करना है.
Experimental.
Before the podcast, I used to do vlogs. Before the vlogs, I used to stream.
Yeah, so you used to go to fucking resorts and like ruin your life, right? In general.
No, that's my ex-girlfriend's farmhouse, bro.
So you milk that shit for as long as possible.
We ruined all of our lives going there.
Yeah. So I knew I wanted to do something in content. Then I started the podcast because in the lockdown, like everyone else, like I was binging JRE, Flagrant. Like I had just gotten into that world and I was like, okay, fuck, this is interesting. Then I started a podcast where I thought I'll interview like interesting people.
Yeah.
And then the lockdown just fucked everything up. So I was like, I want to keep doing this. I started doing it solo. I've done like a few solo episodes but I always knew I wanted it to be funny. So I'd make my brother sit there. So that I had someone that I could, like, I have to try to make this guy laugh.
Yeah.
Get a reaction out of.
He wasn't allowed to speak on the podcast.
He had no mic.
I'm crying in Sahil. Sahil has the same thing. So when I do solo episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was just there and I was supposed to make him laugh. And then, obviously at the start, you don't get guests. We were in Pune and I was like, okay, getting guests here is difficult by itself. And the kind of guests that I want to have on, they're not going to come to a podcast with like 400 subscribers. So I started doing it with these guys. And we had 2 mics. So I think I did one episode with you.
First one we did together.
I did one with you. Then I did
Krishna.
one with Krishna. And then I was like, let's do one with the 3 of us. Then let's do one with the 4 of us where we were like sharing 3 mics.
Yeah. I remember वो वाले दिन मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा लगता है ऐसा देख के जब एक माइक पे 2 लोग बोलते थे पास आके मेरे को बहुत बढ़िया लगता था. Yeah, struggle bro, full struggle चल रहा था.
Yeah, वो सब हो रहा था फिर. Then obviously those episodes just did better.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed making them more.
तुम लोग कितने साल से दोस्त हो सारे के सारे?
7-8 साल हो गए.
No bro, around 10
Since
years.
after school ended, we somehow just met
I've known
each other.
Stuvi since like
you've known
6th
each other.
grade.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're the
Amin
new
and I have
friend, huh?
known-
That's why you're sitting far away.
I am the furthermost, but I'm the closest.
Amin and I have known each other for like 12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
So the reason, ऐसे मैं बोल सकता हूँ as a journalist, I think the reason you guys are so successful is your friendship is great.
Yeah.
You know, but
For sure.
on some level it's true Because जब मैंने दोस्त शुरू करा ना, all my friends, we were up to our 1 decade anniversary of like, not like, we don't हम anniversary record नहीं करते, guys, we're not so like fucking, we're not G word. Anyway, my point is कि हम वो नहीं करते, but क्या होता है when you just do it with say someone you met in college or like someone who's friendly to you, वो chemistry missing होती है, right? अब तुम the fun of doing it with your friends is everyone else is figuring out the inside jokes. The audience, you're not starting from day one. It's like, so bro, lovely meeting you at High Spirits last night. Here for a podcast. You know, like, so where did you grow up? Like, none of that. That chemistry is only that something that deep friends can carry out. No one else. So when you guys did that, it felt like तुम लोग वाकई में अच्छे दोस्त हो. And that no amount of like stealing each other's bitches or you know, fights or whatever like could take you apart. Like I do feel like that's why like I was very happy to see your podcast grow, because I started those guys with all my friends. I had no one else कि भाई तू आ जा यार, कोई नहीं, बिना नहाए धोए आ जाइयो, कॉफी पिला दूंगा, just speak with me.
Yeah, bro, that like honestly in our friendship all that doesn't happen, like stealing bitches and all. Stewie,
I was just trying to make a universal point. I was trying to make a universal point.
No, like I don't know about Stewie, like he's probably the most likely to do something like that. But
I'm the one who's experienced it.
Bro, the DJ automatically becomes the slut. Where is your... Anyway.
No, but like eventually it evolved into this thing where I was like, okay, these conversations that we have, everyone has it. Like the most common compliment that we get is, it feels like I'm talking to my friends. It feels like my friends are in the room. It feels like I'm a part of it. So I figured everyone has these conversations. Everyone says all this inappropriate shit. Now when we started doing guest episodes, I was like, I want to show that to the world, where all these people that you worship and all the people that you admire, they do the same. They're like the same. They would like to have fun. They like to say wild shit and laugh at it. And like, they like to say wild shit and like
everyone's
feel
human,
awkward.
bro, at the end of the day.
Yeah, so वो गाना बना रहा है लेकिन ये सब भी कर रहा है साइड में, तो वही दिखाना है.
Bro, I just want Hugo to speak for the next 2 minutes.
Okay.
For 2 minutes straight?
Yeah.
I
because he's looking so admiringly at you. Now, he's got this beautiful smile. It's like,
I love all of you guys.
It's like, kya? It's like, I mean, kya bol raha hai?
Vinamre, drink.
Yeah, I was, mentally I was thinking, where is my drink?
I
saw you looking around us.
Let's do it, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get 2.
Yeah. Let's get 7, bro.
What, shots?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
you needs to be...
Bro,
Let's
thank
get
you.
2 for
You know,
all
I
of us.
forgive you for all the back talking that you were doing there. Come on, bro. You guys are constantly speaking, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't come in the mic. It's so rude.
Bro, that's a 10
What the
ml.
fuck is that?
अरे you
Yeah,
put
मैं उसको पीऊँ कैसे?
bro, that
Hard barabar
was
drink.
that Titanic
होता है
ass
उसमें.
drink, bro, with the iceberg.
See, you guys should move closer so we can do more of these episodes. Okay, ऐसा बहुत बढ़िया है. See, I mean, once you go outside and you drink, then it's like music and strangers. If you can recall, like, you know, वो Sam Morrill and sorry. You speak
Back
for
to
2
you,
minutes.
we need you.
See, I actually wanted to get your opinion on something, so this is,
shit.
I was really looking forward to this. See, I'm trying
to bite you in the ass.
I'm trying to.
Bro,
Before you say that, you
Yeah.
see how good they have gotten at podcasting.
Bro, they're immaculate.
Bro, so you
100%.
watched the first episode, like you go so
I'm fucking fumbling,
awkward,
dude.
bro.
No,
Like
shaking
he
around.
keeps looking at the camera.
It's like, I am a club 10. I approach a club male 7. Male 7 is like, I already figured you out from the bar. I wanted to speak to you pehle
That's
se.
exactly
You know,
right.
thank,
That's
buy me a
exactly
drink. Bata.
See, you went to BU, right?
Huh.
So this is, I want a professional approach to this inquisition that I have right now. So I'm kind of seeing this girl, and I'm trying to convince her. I'm trying to convince her to be in an open relationship, but it's a one-way street. I get to see other people,
Yeah, thank you.
but she really shouldn't. Like, I see no reason for her to see other guys.
सबके दिमाग में वही बजा.
Anyway, serious.
Yeah, but you know, I've had a serious,
You
negotiation
guys don't
with
want
her.
to drink? Huh?
I'll have one.
Okay. Huh.
How the fuck do I convince her, bro?
Bro, if I was Pooja Bedi writing a sex column in Hindustan Times, I would know, but
Pooja Bedi.
I think there has to be a massive degree of inequality in the relationship, and inequality in the sense that your roles are very clear. This is gonna sound like Tate. But
Vinamre Tate on the mic.
नहीं मतलब यार वो बड़ा मुश्किल है मतलब उसको पे अधिकार है फिर ऐसे करने का. Either you have to be like some sort of अधिकार
for a woman
in this country. Where's your coffee so you can do the meal?
He's getting me one. No, I told him, bro. See, he tried it. He tried the reasoning. He played the biological factor. I'm
like, I'm too primal for you to see other guys.
This is tribal.
I can't have that.
Bro, you should just break up.
He's not even with her.
I'm not even seeing her.
That's the worst part.
So you're not seeing her and you just want this random woman to be in an open relationship with you. You can just be who you... तेरे को जिससे जाना जा.
This is how a guy feels after 3,000 followers, bro. Like
Sudden influx.
I think you want the security of intimacy and someone to talk to, and you want to fuck around, which is why you're convincing her to say like, I will fuck around with whoever I want, but you also give me the love when I come back home at night.
Fuck, dude, how well put. This is why he went to Boston University, dude.
No, all Tom and Dixon highs go. They are doing smack right now. There is no ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि वो कोई बहुत बड़ा वो है. But that's what it is.
But well put. I mean, well articulated. That's
but
what
I don't think that's going to help you out, bro, in any way. For that, you just... Fuck, it's called friends with benefits now. It's easier, no? Just do that. See whoever you want to see.
Situation.
मेरे को ऐसा लगता है, so okay, I've spoken about this before, but there's this guy called Aubrey Marcus. You know, Joe Rogan ने company में invest कर रखा है on it. He used to be the CEO of that. He took too many ayahuasca trips for his own good, about 300 or so.
300.
उसने एक बार confess करा था. I've had 300 journeys with the mother or whatever. It's just fucking, you know, glorifying it, whatever. तो वो open relationships try करता था, and that bastard would just send you a newsletter with his experiences कि अब ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, अब ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है. Bro, it broke him. It broke him so much he stepped down as a CEO because he was like, I need to find a bigger purpose. And then he eventually married a woman and she became her wife. His wife. ठीक है, normal हो गया scene. Because you don't know what it feels like कि bro, अभी तो ठीक है. If she does it, you're going to be broken. Yeah. Because the biggest problem with an open relationship is jealousy.
Correct.
And you sit at home and feel like, oh bro, she's with another dude right now. इसका मतलब या तो तेरे को वर्कहॉलिक बनना पड़ेगा कि तेरे पास टाइम ही नहीं है. ठीक है. अब तेरे को पता है वो किसी डेट पे गई है. ठीक है. And I mean,
that's
like,
your mind is running.
Yeah, and your mind paints up these crazy fantasies, and she's gonna feel the same. I think it's a bad thing overall. Friends with benefits is Gen X and millennial, but it works for a reason. This open relationship, I don't buy it, bro.
You think friends with benefits works?
Yeah. Because there's a degree of उसके अंदर क्या होता है? It's less intimidating than a relationship, but you get to have sex and be intimate. Without the मतलब वो ये होता है कि फ्रेंड्स बेनिफिट्स का पर फ्यूज छोटा होता है थोड़ा सा क्योंकि
हाँ एक बंदे को मतलब one person is gonna feel strongly.
Everyone eventually someone's gonna take you to court or you're gonna take them to court. Court isn't like who are we, what are we?
Right,
when that happens, it's like you can say we are more than this, or we can say we are nothing and say bye bye.
That's true.
Why? I'm just curious. Why do you want this for yourself?
I don't know what I want. This is what I've been. See, I'm 24, bro.
That's no excuse.
I'm trying to figure out.
You know how people do this? It's like they get caught with something. Bro, I'm just a student. You know what that means? Like that. Uska matlab thodi hai.
What?
You know, like like someone when you get caught, like, you know, college student, like, sorry, bro, just a student. And that absolves you of all responsibility to do anything else because you're a student, right? And the worst is we're all in the same boat figuring this out. I think you just should not bother this woman at all and just go your own way, bro.
Yeah, bro. Untriggered dress is pretty strong right now, so you.
It is pretty strong.
Yeah, 100%, bro. You're a star. You're in a boy band that speaks.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's like.
You're the bassist of a boy
Bro,
band,
मैंने तो
bro.
बोला.
भाई तू कितना हरामी है. He's not the drummer. He's the bassist.
Drummer एकदम पीछे बैठता है.
I know, but you know,
Bassist is आगे है ना.
in the hierarchy of getting Punani,
हाँ.
Punani.
bassist is the...
What nonsense.
No,
Okay, what is a
ask
hierarchy?
anyone.
What's a hierarchy in a rock band?
Lead singer always gets the
Yeah.
most.
Lead
No,
singer,
sometimes lead singer is like not good, guitarist, top pe.
guitarist.
Yeah, guitarist, bro.
I've always put like lead singer. I always thought it's lead singer.
Some lead singers are bad, no? Guitarist is she doesn't have to say so much. It's like,
वो तो
He just uses fingers.
Yeah.
bro.
yeah.
It's got
First,
good hands.
Original finger PhD.
Yeah.
And you can just say, yeah, I want to play.
No, I
It's like
Yeah.
Anyway,
His podcast is like, you can do all this.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Think about it, bro. ऐसा
Yeah.
कुछ सीन नहीं है. So that was your speaking for 2 minutes. You wanted to do
I'll let you speak for 18 minutes.
He questioned you.
Yeah.
That was his speaking for 2 minutes.
I've never been in something like that. So I mean, I spoke out of my ass the best I could.
I told him, bro, you tried your best to convince her. Now she's not convinced. Now you straight up gaslight and lie. And you lie.
But
Lie
यार
and cheat.
who would want that? Like तू imagine कर तू एक लड़की है.
नहीं.
So unimaginable, right?
नहीं.
Yeah.
But you have to be like at some insane level of success and whatever.
That's what I was gonna
security.
say. If you're a high value man,
Yeah.
you know, like those
Yeah.
masculinity coaches say, तो फिर it would make sense.
कुछ भी कर सकता है फिर.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This real estate gig is something, bro.
That's
Job
why
much-
Don't give it up.
You Google get drunk and call his boss and
Don't give it up, bro. Don't give it up. There's property to be slayed, and
Yeah,
then punani.
Have you ever had a job?
Like a proper corporate 9
Nine
to
to five.
9 to 6.
I've
9
had
to 5 कुछ नहीं
internships
होता.
and one job for a month, but I was pretty unemployable. Actually no. I will take that back. I've had summer internships. I've had like a full job. I've had very intense events jobs, but no, bro. Because so I used to work at this podcasting company, IVM Podcast, and I quickly went there and I actually wanted to be a host. So I would like after hours try to sneak in and record a few podcasts on the phone because this room was soundproofed.
Right.
And I was trying, to my credit, to like make it happen. And I moved to Mumbai because of it. I used to stay in Bandra West for an entire year because of it. But this is going to sound bad. I don't really see myself ever working in a creative agency because the most uncreative people work in agencies.
Oh shit.
For real.
That's
No, he-
definitely
I
saying
I
something.
saw
I know,
too many
I know,
people
I know.
smoking weed to get inspiration and they were all like shit. Bad ideas, bad projects, uncreative fatties, you know.
Uncreative fatties.
Fatties, yeah.
What are you talking about?
See the intensity of my eyes as I don't shy away from saying fatty.
No, bro, the F word is fine.
Yeah, bro.
We love it around here, dude.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
F word.
I think it's okay to say that, no? What's the problem?
What? Bro, this whole body shaming bullshit is.
Yeah, it
I
makes
think.
no sense.
It's
We-
too double standard.
Yeah. Like, how are you making fun of guys for their height?
Yeah. Short.
Yeah.
Short.
For
It's a
that?
short. It's a short. No. It's a SHORT short.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying now. Like, it's something you have no control over, and it's become too common now.
Yeah.
We just did a podcast 2 days ago. I was like, girls can freely put over 6 feet only in the Tinder bio.
Huh.
But if
Why can't
put,
I say the same?
No,
It's
what
like-
if I put under 50 kgs only?
Man
Imagine.
speaks logic.
Imagine. What would be?
Bro, think we should start the new fresh and fit of India. हमें गंजे को जेल में रखना है बस.
Yeah.
I think it can happen. But it's true. I think it's completely double standards. I think it's a bunch of BS. It's preposterous that ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? In the same way I can say I don't want someone who's psychotic. I don't want someone who's crazy. I want someone who is
Stable.
relatively
I
in
don't
control.
relate with that at all.
I know what you mean, but there are purposes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean long term की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं.
हाँ,
Short term
I know,
में
But where's,
I
where's
know
more
all
fun
that.
at? Wait.
No, I
Where's
know
more
all
fun
that.
at?
crazy is always fun.
All of us have
Dude, there's
experienced
something Prakhar said. He said there's a kind of hort that you'd sell your family for.
Yeah.
Don't go for that. There's something he said.
Yeah. That's why you
Well,
know.
how do you
it's-
not?
Yeah.
It's really hard in that
you
moment
should not
to
sell
not.
your family. Overall, तो क्या होता है ना, bro? Once I will speak it in a way so it's a little bit censored.
Boo.
After a while, the touch of a woman becomes everyday, mundane.
Mundane, huh?
Yeah,
What do you do
true,
then?
True.
Okay? So you're ऐसे नहीं बोलते कि like you see in these movies कि वो 50 साल के लोग होते हैं like look kids in love, teenagers in love, or like you know like these 21-year-olds in love. It's not really love that they're banging the fuck out कि पैंचो मतलब आज सेक्स ऐसा होगा कभी सेक्स ही नहीं होगा आज तक कि वो full sex चल रहा होता है. Then what? You've tried every position under the sun. You've become a dog, a cat, BDSM. सब कर लिया है.
Camels.
The spectrum is yours. You've owned the spectrum. You know, you can go to court and say I'm spectrum owner. You've like gone that way, right? what then? Right? Because you've got like practical concerns. Do I
Yeah.
want to raise a baby with her? Or like, do I want to start a family with her? And like, and then you're like, I know, I think she's too crazy. And you know, like women can also say the same thing. Ki ye bancho badtameez criminal type ka insaan hai, but I just want like a slightly fat guy who will take care of me. So
Yeah. Or they do the I'll fix him.
yeah. Oh, that's the best, no?
yeah.
It's like when you're a villain character, like I will fix him, I will save him.
Yeah.
Have you ever been saved by a woman?
Not yet.
No, I don't think I've ever.
Did you
You've
change
been
your
damaged.
ways?
You've been damaged by women.
I mean, changes his ways every single time, dude. When he's with a
Bro,
girl.
I used to switch up like crazy. No, bro. So I've gone from like being a proper like toxic, insecure. You know that insecure guy. Don't talk.
Oh,
to
why are
this.
you going to the club alone?
Yeah. I
When have you been that guy?
bro, my first relationship, like proper relationship, but club to nahi tha wo time pe. Oh, why are you sitting next to this guy in class? Why are you doing this? Why is this guy texting you? I've gone from that to
Being that guy.
no.
Being the guy she
I've
sits
gone
next
from
to.
that to like getting like fucked over by a girl to meeting a girl who's nice, who's like reverted all that damage. To now again, like it's like up and down only.
Yeah. No, I mean, you deserve to be loved. I will heal you. Something like that. That's always nice when a good woman comes into your life and she's like, you know, you're
I'll
okay.
fix you.
Yeah.
No,
Must be
you're
nice.
like even you're like, hey, drop the bad guy act. Let's be fixed a little. It's free.
वो तो constant struggle है. Like, do I want to be the bad guy or do I want to be the nice guy? Or
I think after a while, if you're, matlab, this is gonna sound like a cliche. After a while, if you're true to who you are, you stop putting on an act. One of the things that happen is when you've had too many experiences on the spectrum, as in like traumatic, extremely fun, you realize that the first thing that lets go of you is the act that you put on. Right? Ki, this is my act, this is who I am. For example, when I used to go out in 2016, 2017, I would always have a fake accent and be like, hey, what's up? My name is Vinamre. That became a part of the whole like spiel.
did it work?
It did. But then when I switched to Hindi, my life changed. Because nothing, I will not say it, sure.
Say it.
यार
It took zero comments.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है
हाँ.
कि whoever you are authentically, especially with I like language. I'm a big like linguist. I have a boner for like ऐसे linguistic चीज़ें figure out करना. If you can just speak like that, it's more authentic in the real term, right? Especially क्या होता, I mean, it's a little different in Mumbai and Pune where English happens, especially the kind of places you hang out to be. Udhar English is the modus operandi. It's how you communicate all the time. But I grew up somewhere else. I was always like a good English guy or whatever, right? But मुझे ऐसा लगा कि my real expression was Hindi जब मैं ऐसे बात करता था. And I always repressed it because I thought that the language of clubs is English.
Right.
So,
Got it.
so when I went to Hindi, bro, magic on magic. कुछ भी नहीं है ना. Because you're winning. Because you're max authentic. तुम ऐसे नहीं बोल रहे, hey, can I get 2 drinks please? भाई यार 2 मेरे को Budweiser दियो. And not in this cheap Thar driving sense. Not that sense. But it's who you are.
Yeah.
And that just seems to work on a longer term. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see that. So that's why like I've switched my game to being the like fuck the nice guy, fuck the bad guy. Like what I think my identity is the funny guy. So I was like, I'm the funny guy.
Also, you can't be mysterious anymore because you have a podcast.
Yeah.
It's really hard to be mysterious.
Yeah.
Because even like everyone knows, like, have you had like crazy moments where like अभी तुमने Supersonic में एक बंदा तुम्हारे साथ 3 दिन hang out करा, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna happen more
Shout
and
out
more and
Pratik.
more. अभी वैसे होना शुरू हो गया है the moment you step outside.
Yeah. It's more than we expected. Like abhi to thoda like we must have clicked 50-60 pictures across 3 days.
Insane.
So after a point I was just like, okay, this is a bit bigger than I thought, because we are so caught up in the numbers game, like with YouTube and Instagram, and you're constantly looking at people who consistently get 1 million likes a reel, where you're getting like 30,000 likes on a reel. I'm like, bas 30,000 likes hai. Bhai, have you ever seen 30,000 people in a room?
That's why you drink tequila, bro.
Yeah. Tequila's making me want
Bro,
to
you've got a
piss, dude.
beautiful smiling face. I've never seen a smiling face like this. The way you just pucker your lips a little bit.
A little bit. You like?
It's,
You like
it's
my
very
lips?
attractive. See,
Even the dogs are moaning.
you just have like a. Yeah,
Dude,
it's
that's. I'm gonna have to pee, dude, in the next 5 minutes.
Ja,
Otherwise,
bro.
Ja.
You go.
otherwise मेरा
Free.
फट जाएगा भाई.
हाँ, जा कोई scene नहीं है. Yeah.
I'm
Why do you
You're
say
gonna have
that?
shots in your absence, no?
Why do you say that as soon as he complimented your smile?
You got that wet, bro.
Yeah,
Do you get weird with compliments?
I've become better at it. Sometimes I will deflect it, but I just feel bad. अगर तुम compliment deflect करते हो ना, you will feel bad yourself.
Yeah.
It's not self-deprecating. It's just like, come on,
Fuck, yaar. Like,
क्या बहन चो? No, bro, you're doing excellent. नहीं यार कुछ नहीं है. And then you look down and it's like, and पता क्या है? Someone is saying something from their face and their words that is supposed to get your chin higher and smile.
Correct.
You're like, नहीं यार कुछ नहीं है. And you just feel fuck
you used to do
physiologically.
that before.
Yeah. I used to have like a whole fucking rant to my friends कि पैंचो यार लोग मिल रहे हैं मेरे से आके I can't handle it. I got used to it. Isn't it like the greatest form of flattery and gratitude?
It is for sure.
We're speaking from our asses most of the time on the mic. It seems to be working, no?
Yeah.
Look at your numbers,
Yeah.
right? Insane growth. And I'm supposed to be angry for that? What a stupid guy I am. Forget. Oh, मुझे बड़ी दिक्कत हो रही है, whatever. I used to bitch so much. Oh, bro, you know, I have no private space. Whatever. Come on, bro. You signed up for this. Isn't it wonderful that this is happening
Something
to
you're
you?
working for.
Someone walks up to him and is like, I love your podcast. Vinamre goes, with all due respect.
यार उनको तो बताना जरूरी था क्योंकि उन्होंने इतना बड़ा वो hypocrisy करी थी. हाँ.
No, but it's like, अभी तो मेरा script मतलब ready हो गया है. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. This is so sweet of you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And like even if someone wants to have a long conversation, you can do that.
Like, bro, just today in the morning, I woke up and I was going through my messages, and there was this one message from one guy who had written to me, and he's like, bro, I was your neighbor 5 years ago. He was my side door neighbor. He's like, I've shifted to Berlin, but I watch Untriggered almost every day. He's like, thank you for this.
Yeah.
And say hi to the boys if you ever see this message.
I genuinely believe that अगर तुम्हारा podcast और तुम real तरीके से बात कर रहे हो, खासकर बंदे, there are so many dudes out there who are lonely and alone.
For sure, bro. For
And
sure.
you know, मतलब you can honestly, I will say it, you can cheer on them as like कि bro ये nerd है, ये simp है, ये incel है, इसके दोस्त नहीं है, ये lonely है, ये introvert है, socially anxious है. अगर ये कर लोगे, you're trying to be better or whatever. I don't know. But isn't it the best thing if your podcast can make someone else feel less alone? More like तुम बोला था with their friends.
Yeah.
मतलब हम बकचोदी भी कर रहे हैं, हम ये नहीं कर रहे ना, मदर टेरेसा वाला काम कर रहे हैं कि bro I donated like 5 caps in Delhi so like people are not dying of like frostbite or whatever.
Yeah.
But my point is like, isn't this the highest form of service in a way? Like, isn't comedy a highest form of service? Because I've always believed that comedy is supposed to expose yourself to the darkest parts of yourself, and you get free as a result because someone else thinks the fucked up thing that I think.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, if you're like नहीं यार मेरी तो ना बड़ी ऐसी chill audience है जो सिर्फ deep house सुनती है. I only want the like street style guys.
Yeah.
They don't love you.
No, I get that.
They'd rather
bro.
be you, but like they're too arrogant to come and say that to you. But the dudes who love you could never be in, for example, would never be in Pune. They could be somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I get that, bro. Like, for me though, I think I had this conversation with these boys once. I was like, with this podcast, whatever we do, if I can't stop someone for, like a teenager, from watching porn for an hour every week.
Yeah, just watch us
That's
and
a
jack
view-
off.
yeah.
Be gay.
Just watch us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the jacking off is negotiable, but don't watch porn. Watch Untriggered instead. That's a
sense.
W, bro. I feel like, क्या ही है मतलब तेरा हफ्ता का तू 1 घंटा मुझे दे रहा है और you're enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
fuck it, bro. Like,
और तुम झूठ भी नहीं बोल सकते ना. This whole idea about like like used to be like different with girls or like whatever. अब तो 1 घंटे के लिए बात कर सकता है. How can you lie? How can you put on a front?
हाँ.
You're gonna get tired, bro.
हाँ.
oh, Amin का act शुरू हो गया 1 घंटे चलेगा.
Yeah.
Can't
You
happen.
can't do that. It's not acting at the
नहीं
end.
और
Yeah,
वो entertaining होगा भी नहीं. If I start faking ना,
Yeah.
whatever we've put out till now is us being authentic, us being ourselves. If we stop doing that, it's not going to
Yeah.
like be fun anymore.
And I think people love all of you. They really do.
Yeah. Now you've spent like an hour, 2 hours with us. Are even off camera, were we the same? Like
On camera and all.
On
हमारी
camera.
बकचोदी और मजे का सिर्फ क्वेश्चन ऐसे से बढ़ रहा है.
Hmm.
It's just going up.
Yeah.
So I know like तभी तो like I
That's a
want.
question I ask every new person I meet. Is like,
Yeah.
do you think we're the same on the podcast? And
You
all?
are 100%. हाँ. ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
ठीक है. Good.
See,
I'm just done asking questions.
I fish compliments, bro.
what do you
sometimes,
think? Am I the same?
Like, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Except for the underwear on your head, you've been pretty
This is new.
Yeah, it's
So the
it's
only
no
other-
Yeah, but I
Expected
love that, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Fucking
Thank you.
amazing.
नहीं bro, अभी मैंने बोला था शुरू करने से पहले like it'll go from banter to like oh my brother to dick sucking. I feel like we reached the dick sucking
suck some
part of
dick.
But I will say, I think one thing new जो मेरे लिए था, I discovered this when I was doing panels at Delhi में एक जगह है, this governmental building called Beekaner House where they have like art shows and whatever. I did a panel there. वहाँ पे हम live podcast कर रहे थे. This designer friend of mine called Prakhar and this other girl, her name is Neferti Mishra. She has this brand called Nef's Finds. And वहाँ audience थी ना, bro, I had like 10x more fun that I have on a podcast.
Yeah.
Because मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, and I'm like, हाँ, एक host joke. लोग हंस रहे हैं. Crazy!
yeah,
ठीक है?
yeah.
And like, laughter again. And I swear, far more addictive than doing podcasts. So the fact that, you know, all these guys are standing here, and I'm going to say their names, you know, maybe you want to save them
Yeah.
from being rehired elsewhere.
Yeah. No, you can take Anish.
You take him, bro.
Okay, bro. Anish, Gaurav, Yatharth, and Sahil, who was doing some nasty shit earlier, and is probably sorry now. It's just funny when they laugh.
Yeah.
So, like, I totally understand the reason why people are like, bro, I'm a comedian, also I have a podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast से comedy में जाना is like
Yeah.
I'm slowly inching toward that.
Yeah.
तूने भी तो करा open mic, do you not feel that?
I have felt it, bro. Like that, though, the kick you get from delivering a joke
Instant
and it working,
feedback that
bro,
you
it's
get.
Like,
Yeah.
it's one of the most fulfilling feelings that I've felt.
Yeah.
And it's just like I constantly crave that. I want to have a comedy career at some point, but like from doing open mics for a while, I figured out it's like a full-time gig, bro. Like you have to give your
Yeah,
life to it.
They
Otherwise,
do
you're
6
doing
days
like
a week, bro. 6 nights a week they do it.
yeah.
Chill
Otherwise,
and
it's a
stuff.
disservice to the art form. Like if you're
Yeah.
half-assing it. So
Question for all of you: what do you guys hate about this? The fact that तुम्हारा podcast वगैरह है. What is like the nastiest part of doing this? Because I can go on and on, but I'd like to ask you guys. Because it maybe. Thank you, bro. Thank you again. Great manager.
yeah.
Amazing guy.
Your manager now.
Next.
You can keep him.
Oh shit, bro. They don't love you at all. Anyway. But like, because for me it's a little different. But अब तुम सारे दोस्त भी हो मतलब तो what is like something that you hate about this? हम like back end वाली हमने सारी bitching दिन में कर ली थी जब हम दिन में बैठे हुए थे वहाँ पे
Yeah.
6-7 घंटे पहले.
No, the content part is the fun part. It's just like right now we've gotten into figuring out the business part.
Yeah.
And because of me like not being from India and all the complications that come with it and starting a business and like that whole part has been like really
Is that a big challenge?
it is. I mean just the whole thing like setting up a business and figuring out like right now I'll be very honest with you, the 4 of us, I started the podcast, these 3 became a part of the podcast. How do we divide stake? Like
It's something to think
that's a
about.
conversation that has come up and like
You don't want to end up in court.
Yeah. Because the thing is, bro, like, very
Yeah.
honestly, it's been his hard work. Like, there's no...
yeah,
regret
but
in
like
that.
it's a perfect balance of I've done most of the hard work, but like it wouldn't have been Untriggered wouldn't be Untriggered without these guys. Like
Yeah.
me doing those episodes alone, it would be something, but it wouldn't be this,
Yeah.
right? So it's shit like that goes on in the background.
I think you should keep 100% of it. They can get free hand jobs whenever they want. I think that's the most reasonable. Like, you know, see, whenever you're angry, what pleases you?
yeah.
You know, just releasing some nut.
yeah.
You know, it's like whenever they're angry, like hand job on dial.
Yeah.
I mean, decides which one he wants.
Yeah. How you were
6
discussing
pairs
that?
of hands at disposal.
No, the problem with that is like I'll have a family at some point. So justifying that to my kids, like, oh, where is dad? Oh, dad is with Stuvi.
Tonight is his
Sorry, yaar, wo jo
Stuvi uncle
hands
wasn't
up,
feeling well
she's just like, this is too much. Because that guy Yugu calls me 26 times a day. It's just, way too much.
Yeah, it's that aspect that's been a little annoying. But obviously, like, that is also a sign of things going well for us, that we have
100%.
to have these problems.
The bigger your problems, the better you're going, right? Unless you're like, I've lost my house in gambling. That's a bigger problem, but it's not necessarily the best.
That is a likely situation, I think.
For you.
That's one of the things I'm scared of. If I get a lot of money, if I get into like, because
Bad shit.
Gambling is fun as fuck, bro.
Poker खेलता है?
Poker nahi, but just like things I have no control over.
My God, he's far worse than I am.
Poker, at
really
least
bad,
there is
dude.
some skill. There is
So you
some.
need some skill. This guy will just bet on the
Roulette
most
खेलता है
random
ये?
shit.
नहीं
Roulette भी
Man,
नहीं.
you just bet on random stuff that he has no knowledge
घोड़ों पे
of.
बैटिंग करता है?
नहीं मतलब अगले 2 मिनट में बॉल बाहर जाएगा ऐसा.
Like in a football match.
Bro, the most unreasonable bets is what he'll place.
Like,
Bro, I mean, you need God, bro.
Will Dana White enter the ring after the fight? Shit like that, bro.
Bro, ये पक्का पुणे के बच्चे ही कर रहे होंगे. UFC कौन
एक ही
देखता
बच्चा
है?
है.
No, bro. I just like, obviously, so far, I would like to think I have some self-control to do this, but every time I've done it, it's just been too much fun.
Doesn't Dana White look like a good uncle from India?
Yeah, for sure. Sindhi
है ना?
uncle.
Have you seen
Yes.
that video of him slapping his wife in the club?
Yeah, you've not seen the video of him slapping his
क्या
wife?
सीन है उसका?
Bro, तो वो क्लब
No,
पे
he
ऐसा
slapped his
मतलब
wife.
chill कर रहे हैं.
मेरे को पता है कोक भी करता है दबा के वो.
हाँ, अभी जो भी करता है, his wife slaps him and he slaps her back, bro. And this is caught on camera.
How can she slap?
This was in Vegas, na?
Yeah.
वैसे on a
back
serious
to
note, let's discuss this. How can she slap?
Oh, you want to actually talk about how can she
Yeah,
slap?
because I mean it's a pivotal moment in internet history, and
Yeah.
since we're here for the views, so why not?
Ah, fuck, I miss Krishna, bro.
I
for
miss
this.
Krishna. in
He
this
narrates the whole sequence. Like,
Bro, word for
word to word, bro.
Yeah.
He knows
Like,
the
we
whole
have
thing.
this video of him narrating it exact word to word, and it's
And it's been
It was
edited with the
beautiful.
actual thing happening on the
Yeah,
side.
that's crazy. But honestly, उसकी कोई गलती नहीं थी. पता क्या था? See, I have a different take on it as a critic of culture.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
The shatter is coming out today.
I see the
Bro,
smile.
okay, it's a classic tier 3 versus tier 2 problem,
Yeah.
right? It's like she thinks I am South Delhi, he's West Delhi. That's what I'm using very broad terms to define this, but like कि ये थोड़ा सा मेरे से कम अनपढ़ है और ये शो पे कंटेस्टेंट है. मैं तो एंकर लड़की हूँ, मैंने तो अपनी इंग्लिश पार कर ली. I'm here, no? So the fact that he deserves to be second fiddle, it's the same as like, where is Raghu, Rajiv, and Ranvijay? They're here, right?
Yeah.
Contestant is like assumed to be slightly dumber, comes from a slightly less educated background,
Right.
Yeah.
right? So these sirs or these like people of whatever neighborhood always have a higher authority than these guys. He broke the glass ceiling for dumbness and went here.
Yeah.
It's like, anchor, you dumb, but I'm also as dumb as you, not dumber than you, right? And she's like, how the fuck can you not be? ऐसा थोड़ी हो सकता है. मेरे को ऐसा लगा, but he doesn't deserve it, bro. 6 producer मार रहे थे उसको.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
Bro,
Yeah.
I think what happened with that is, first of all, it's these judges or anchors or whoever they are, they're like, there's 10 producers behind, probably in their ears saying, make a moment, do something.
Like
do
rile some
something."
shit up. Like that's
Yeah.
their whole
That's
purpose.
like, we did the episode with Nikhil, and that's what he said. He's like, we know we have to sell the show. We know we need these moments. So sometimes you just like go, and I'm sure for these guys, maybe there is a day in the morning where the producer is like, the last episode didn't have those many moments. This episode, like, we
Yeah.
need to do better. So then these people just go overboard and like they get caught in the moment, or ho jata hai, bro. Or she just turned, that guy just gave it back to her.
Yeah.
It was just not her day.
I just made a beautiful
Yeah.
moment in
But
internet
it's like
history.
a generational.
Yeah, I know someone whose boss used to be Raghu from Roadies. And before the actual Roadies show, there used to be another show that MTV would air. And उसके अंदर corporate के लोग आते थे. It was supposed to be like some GD or interview type shit. And these interviewers would have asked them very hard questions. I could be butchering this, but they would end up crying under pressure.
Yeah.
And these producers would come and say, Raghu sir, this is too much. Raghu would be super nice off camera and say they signed up for it. So counsel them, but then they say the show must go on.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is.
But don't you feel that with the podcast as well? Like sometimes you're like, fuck, like
Mine for a popular moment. Aisa?
not mine for a popular moment, but like during it, you're like conscious. Fuck. Okay, maybe for us because we focus on comedy. It's like पिछले 5 minutes में laugh नहीं आया bro. तो like
No. See, I mean, it depends. अगर मेरा कोई बकचोद दोस्त है और मैं भी फिर बकचोदी के मोड में हूँ, for me, because I do a variety of guests, there's only so many jokes I can make with an army man. He makes a joke of me.
Yeah.
You know, so like, and I had this great army man on my podcast, retired Colonel Rajiv Bhairwan. He loved the experience. The audience gave us the finger. They're like, bad host, interrupting him, whatever. He told me in the end, this is the best podcast I've been on. And he's been on 2, except for my own. So,
Which the
A
other
lot
one?
of competition.
Which is the
yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
Which is the other
So,
one?
bro, he was on beer biceps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
No.
it's
That was a
not-
clear win
Not
then.
much competition there. Like.
My point is, see,
Shout out Ranveer.
One-way
La-
traffic.
laughs
on
in
that
manager
one.
and editor. It was like, views. But nahin, on a serious note, क्योंकि हम vibe कर रहे थे, but then the audience is like, you know, where is the respect? Why did you constantly not say sir? आपने ऐसे क्यों नहीं बोला कि अरे हम चिल कर रहे थे, मैं तो इतना खुश हूँ, वो इतने क्रेजी इंसान है, इतने मजेदार इंसान है, and he's here to tell me your stories. I can't suddenly put on this fake anchor hat, right? And so I think, I generally believe, if you are naturally confident, people think it's a lie, and they try to shit on you.
But it's so foreign to. It's because it's so foreign.
It's
to
so
them.
foreign, right?
Yeah.
कि तू अपने पॉडकास्ट पे किसी को भी लाके तुम लोग कुछ भी करा देते हो, ये हो ही नहीं सकता है, ये झूठ है,
Yeah.
ये हो रहा है, bro.
We face that when we get girls on, bro. And
Yeah, like what?
it's-
Like what do you face? Sorry.
It's like, bro, these guys, like, they're like, how the fuck can they talk to girls like that? Like, because they've never had a conversation that open with a girl before.
They've never had a conversation
Not-
with a girl.
ever.
That,
And you know, like the number of like, you know, I was like giving some nice like sympathy to these guys before, but I will say this, you know that they've never had a conversation which is like, आज मैंने female girl से बात करी. Have you seen that meme?
yeah.
Female girl.
female woman.
It's like twice the virgin.
Yeah.
Twice the word.
Yeah.
He has to fuck 2 times, bro, just to get to.
Yeah.
Lose his virginity.
यार कोई बात नहीं है. देखो वैसे भी इंडिया की median virginity age पता क्या है? 26 है.
Oh.
What nonsense. 26.
Hey, you
That
should watch
makes
my
sense.
podcast with Rukmini S. You'll know all of these stats. But honestly,
We'll drop that link. ऐसा top left पे आता है.
no, but really, Brazil is 16.
Like I was.
16?
Brazil is 16, bro. I mean, those people fuck.
Yeah.
Japan is like 14, bro.
Is Japan
What?
really?
No.
thinking it?
He's just
I was
saying it.
faking
Yeah. Bro. Japan is probably like 58.
Yeah.
They've got some weird problem. I don't
But
know.
Japan,
Japan has a
has
pornography
very
problem.
Low, Japan or Korea have a very low age of consent.
Age of consent.
Really?
Yeah.
Age of consent
How
is like
low?
14 or
How
something.
low?
See, Stuvie, I love you, but I don't consent to this conversation moving forward.
Hey, you'll get yelled at. Put that back down.
No, I was checking for tickets to Japan.
Take it. Put this in. It's on him. He's other podcast host. My podcast are only featuring. He's my Alex Jones. It's
Bro,
okay.
This is where we switch the podcast.
No, like with shit like that, my only rule is don't be unconstitutional.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't break the law. Say whatever you want. Don't break the law. Don't be unconstitutional. We don't touch religion, caste on our podcast.
Yeah.
Misogyny and all, I think it flies in India. I don't think.
Laughs in 8 dudes in a room.
No, but don't you think so? Chal, seriously, tell me. Don't like.
यार
you
मेरे
can
को
shit
ऐसा
on
लगता है कि
women and-
कैजुअल मिसोजिनी इतनी कॉमन है कि फिर मतलब प्रोफेशनल मिसोजिनी भी चल जाती है.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that either of those statements mean.
We don't have any women members on our team, so like we've never.
I am changing my ways though, because that means I will cuss less on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like you fully go ham with the team members.
No. Only like privately. Phone पे थोड़ा बहुत. Making sure कि they don't have Androids to record the calls.
Yeah.
That's a criteria.
Have you ever had a proper meltdown with your team? Never?
Sahil कहाँ है? Where is Sahil?
Yeah, we were close to one earlier in the
No,
episode.
it's like, have you ever had a proper meltdown on the phone with the team? Such
phone
बताइए.
nahi, in person also anything.
पर इन पर्सन नहीं हुआ का मतलब क्या है कि फोन पे हुआ है. हाँ, बहुत बार हुआ है. नहीं.
Yeah.
No, bro. He's lying full.
Yeah.
He's like.
Dude, we
full
recently
crazy.
had one, dude. We recently
had
one.
3.
We recently had 5.
Get used to it, bro. That number is going to be 30 plus.
Yeah.
I honestly, like, I don't want to defend myself because I've learned, like, it's one of those like sad therapy confession hours where you're like, I need to be better. Like when a podcast just comes on and says I have anger issues. So I'll do that on your podcast. In this podcast, I will just plead the fifth.
Yeah, just like get really mad.
Just beat him up, dude.
No. On a serious note, pata kya hota hai? You have to let go and completely trust. But if the instructions are unclear on what is taste, सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत क्या होती है in delegation is that you have a taste. You think जो तुम्हारे मन में है and all your life experiences and all your tastes and preferences, people can already know.
Yeah.
And
That's not the
replicate.
case at all. That's never the case at all.
Yeah.
So you learn painfully. The other thing is, when you don't have clear goals and roles, ऐसे मैं देख रहा हूँ कॉर्पोरेट ट्रेनर हूँ मैंने यहाँ पे वो पहन रखा है माइक. तुम्हारे टीम में जो चीज चाहिए गोल्स और रोल्स और सारे एनपीसी ऑडियंस मेंबर्स कह रहे हैं या 20,000 की टिकट यस यही सुनना था मुझे.
बाद में समोसा मिलेगा.
एक fruity मिलेगा.
2 days का seminar on changing your life, like that kind of shit. But it's true, and you have to be emotionally and professionally mature to figure out कि सबके goals वगैरह क्या हैं. Because in India, the good thing is your team is a lot like your family, and that's one of the bad things as well.
Yeah.
Because वहाँ पे ना वो clarity नहीं रहती, so you have to kind of figure that out. But it's a good problem to have, because I'd rather that I have that problem than be like, bro, I have no money from this enterprise.
Yeah. No.
एक अच्छे note पे end करते हैं. Let's take a shot, because
Let's do it, bro.
I don't want to be sad boy.
Let's do 2, man. I think
This guy with his 2 shots.
Vinamre is down. I'm pretty sure Vinamre is
100%,
down.
bro. Can we bring?
Bottles out.
BT.
Is this one?
Okay, let's take bad gin shots.
Yeah, let's do it. Bro, this doesn't look that bad, honestly.
It doesn't look that bad. Taste it, bro. You'll find out.
Yeah, bro. I've had worse.
बहुत बुरी है ये.
Bro, मैंने quit किया था, bro, Friday को. Have you ever quit something for a girl?
Yeah.
What?
The girl.
You either change the girl.
Bro, this was
Change
this is
the
a
girl.
lot.
Huh?
क्या नाम है उसका? दिव्येंदु है ना? His name is Divyendhu or some shit, no?
Finish this and I'll give you a
Can I
hug.
get a glass?
I'll finish mine for the
Bro,
shot.
this is a lot.
I don't want to
नहीं, just do a shot and finish your drink.
But he poured just
Mar
as much, so
jayega.
now I don't want to look like a pussy. So,
नहीं, bro, you're not going to look like a pussy. Come on. See, I have compassion.
yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
See, I want this entire podcast episode to be 90% unedited.
Yeah.
90%. Oh, bro, if Vinamre wants to cut 10%, you just know you like.
No. As much as I'm a free speech absolutist, आज तक का it's one of the craziest episodes I've recorded.
Let's go,
This
bro.
is-
Let's
yeah,
fucking go. ठीक है क्या? कम कर रहे हो क्या मेरा?
Wait, what
क्या
is
बात
this
हुई यार?
shit?
क्या Alright.
Oh, manager. मेरे पास है अच्छा manager. M for manager.
Manager Anish.
Manager.
Cheers, everyone.
Manager Anish with his braces.
Bro, he's had them
Manager
shits for like 6 years,
Anish.
honestly.
bro, I swear.
Manager Anish करो arrange Molly क्योंकि मैं हूँ DJ. Oh yes, I forgot. Cheers.
I had mine already. Okay, it's bad, but
Yeah, it's pretty bad, right?
I've had worse.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Chalo.
Anyway, so मुझे नहीं पता हमने क्या बातें करी.
You know what we can actually do?
What?
Very funny thing. So Gangs of Wasseypur was recorded so much that they had to break it down into 2 parts and release the same movie twice in the same year.
It worked for them though.
It worked very
Sleeping
well.
cult hit.
Yeah.
I watched both movies first day, first show, one on 104 fever. Because I was like,
देखनी है.
This has to be one.
yeah,
देखनी पड़ी.
changed my life. Both movies I watched 25, 30 plus times. Anyway, we're saying.
So either we end this episode and we switch everything up to Untriggered,
Could we
Or we
just keep
continue
going?
it and then we make like part
No,
one,
I
part
would like him to
switch
do
over.
it.
Be
Yeah,
them. Be them.
yeah.
Yeah.
ठीक है, do your outro.
Do your thing.
Pop off.
Sahil kहाँ है? वो bring your
I'm in a physics exam. I wrote thongs instead of tongs,
yeah.
and the teacher like
Extra
made
marks.
the circle and the question mark next to it.
Did she know what thongs are?
He.
Oh,
I'm sure he did because he made the circle around it.
वो तो
Must have
grammar,
drawn
वो
it
तो
also.
spelling mistake के लिए था ना bro.
Yeah.
उसको मालूम
See, in
रहेगा, bro.
school, you can get close to lingerie, but never thongs. That's a
Lingering.
foreign concept.
Yeah. What are we doing? Are we operating him again?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know, this is actually what hydrophobia looks like when you have rabies.
Yeah, I've seen the
I've
videos,
seen
bro.
too many videos.
No, I haven't
Bro.
watched
What
any
the
of them.
fuck is that? I wish none of my ancestors ever got rabies. None of my descendants ever get rabies because that shit is the poison.
Every time you say Ray, my just like
Yeah.
oh.
I don't know where it's ending.
Yeah.
Ray Mysterio 619
Yeah.
bro. ऐसे मैं इसको untriggered नहीं होने दूंगा. Anyway, I had a blast. Probably one of the most fun episodes I've ever had on Dostcast. Aminjaz, 2V, Yugu, but a real name full Yuginder hai.
Yugandhar.
Finally got it out there.
I think these guys are legit, the funniest in the country, the wildest. I'm a fan. I enjoy their shit, and I'm going to be changing seats now because they called. जोक फेल हो गया.
हाँ क्या
यार मैं ना वो कुछ करने वाला था but वो मैं anyway but हाँ यार for real you can follow their podcast on Untriggered. Untriggered, its channel is Untriggered. Instagram पे भी Untriggered.
Untriggered everywhere.
Yeah. And yeah, अभी आपको पता लग गया कि हम लोग online और real life allies भी हैं, so say what you will. Brands.
Yeah. Shout out to the brands who don't work with us.
But नहीं for real. मेरे को I never felt like this was a recording.
Yeah.
I felt like when I wake up tomorrow I'll be like
I regret
guys
this.
cut.
काटते क्यों है अंदर?
Let's go, bro.
नहीं काटेंगे. नहीं
Like,
काटेंगे.
just like the rest of our guests ever.
If I do that, then I'm a sorry disservice to podcasting. So I will not do that. Beyond one or two things.
Yeah. Understandable.
ठीक है, but I had a blast. You can check out their stuff and fun. So we should also tell them कि हम अब next episode
Yeah,
तुम्हारे
we
उसमें
are
निकालेंगे
going
ना.
to we're going into Untriggered now.